even know that they had a podcast.
We haven't really like promoted it or anything.
Yeah, we're kind of just doing it. We're trying to like get a lot out there first, like a lot of material, and then we'll start advertising it. And then once it's like, so it gives people like a lot of shit to watch before we go back to school and that. Yeah.
That's the smartest way to do it. That's how I do it.
What you gotta? So wait,
I heard 100 songs. Just saying.
You just released a new album, right?
I did.
Oh shit, I gotta check it out. Wait, what is it on?
Yeah. Everything.
Oh, it's like Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple
How many
Music.
streams are you up to now? Because last time I checked, was it like 35, 40,000?
Now it's at like 42,000
Crazy.
streams.
Oh.
I'm trying to get to 100. I'm trying to get to 100,000.
That's a good goal, bro. But I think you're getting there. You're getting there.
slowly but surely.
Yeah. All right, you want to get this?
Should we go back to the beginning when you started?
We can.
Well, let's
that.
do an introduction. Let's do an introduction. This is Andres Ramos, aka
TUT Soames.
Hey, nice. Longtime friend of me and Nick's. More Nick's than mine, but hey, we're all still brothers here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We started this podcast not too long ago. You know, we wanted to find something fun to do. Me and Nick started doing these races and shit like that, and we were like, it'd be cool to like start like documenting this stuff or whatever, like kind of like get our thoughts out there and like why we did.
Oh, that's right. Didn't you do that that one race where you jumped out of a plane, or was that just Nick?
Well, no,
Yeah, we both
That was both of you.
Yeah.
So we skydived into our 50-mile race.
Yeah, that's wild. I could never.
We were never runners, so it was just we had to train for this shit. But it's cool, bro. Running has turned into something that like we really got. I never thought I would get into, but I got into it.
I think the running part of it would be the easiest part for me. I feel like the skydiving is the part that would stop me.
The skydive was fun. Nick said to himself, like he said he never thought he would skydive, and he did it. He was like, oh, it wasn't that bad. Like it's scary when you're in the plane, but like it's a cool experience. If you don't want to do it, I say like those are the people that need to do it. You're gonna have more fun then you realize afterwards.
Everyone tells me that. Like all the people I know who have skydived, they're like, "You are scared. You should definitely do it." I was like, I don't know.
You never know until you try. It's not like one of those things. It's a bucket list thing.
I'm gonna do it. No, I'm gonna do it. I have a plan to do it at some point, just like not when I'm young, just in case
shit goes south.
Something goes wrong.
I hear you.
I'm trying to have that be my way out.
Well, when did you move up to Tallahassee? I didn't even know you did that. Nick was telling me like before we started this.
But you keep talking. I'm gonna open up the air vent in here because it's closed.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I moved here in June, like June, July.
You've
right
been up there for a year.
Yeah, damn near.
Yeah. Where are you at? Where's the spot?
I stayed like right across the street from Florida State University, like at the Standard. It's a brand new building.
At the Oh, I think his sister's in there.
No, his sister's at the other new one, like on the opposite side in College Town. I think his sister's place.
That's right. Yeah. Are you liking it up there?
Yeah.
It's wild.
It was for a little bit, but then like I just stopped doing all that stuff. Like I just
got a little bit more focused.
Yeah, wait, do you have your the microphone you use and stuff all hooked up?
That's what I'm using to talk to you guys.
I was gonna tell you to like set all that stuff up, but I didn't want to like ask too much.
Yeah. He's got it.
I was
always set up.
When me and Giovanni were getting like the equipment for the podcast, I was trying to figure out how everything works, and I was like, who I know knows how like all the audio stuff works? Andres Ramos, that's how it works.
Were you asking him? Like what?
I ended up just
no. Yeah.
I feel like that would have been a good like
see, I know like that's the pop filter, and then like you got the XLR cable.
That's legit, man. Oh my god. Yeah, no, Nick's done all the IT stuff and stuff. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, it took a long time. I used to record on like one of those little stand-up mics, like a Yeti that plugged into a USB.
The Yeti USB, yeah.
Right.
But like then I bought all this shit.
Yeah, we just have like the foam, like pop, like widescreen things.
But it's an investment.
I wanted to get one of those, but like, it's cool how it is.
No, I like it. I like the look.
And you got the shock mount, right?
Yeah.
What is that? What is the shock mount?
This is my favorite part. This part right here.
So if if you hit
It's
it.
like bungee. Yeah, it doesn't move.
Oh, it won't screw up the sound or anything if you hit it by accident or something like that. Oh, true.
If you hit this.
Microphone doesn't move and doesn't make any noise.
Oh, that's smart, man.
Yeah, it's sick.
We might have to level up sooner or later. I like that. Well, all right. We want to get into like a little bit about, you and like what you're doing and trying to get, trying to learn your creative process a little bit. What kind of artist would you say like your music's mostly R&B or rapper or what?
Like both.
Both.
I feel like both because like I rap and like people know I can rap, but like I sing. And most of my songs are like soft songs, but with like a lot of rapping in it.
Yeah, I like that.
Like A Boogie.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like there. That would be a good, I think.
So what got you into it? Like what got you into like, do you just like, you knew that you could rap or you kind of like slowly just started like spitting and you thought like maybe that would be a good way to go about?
I knew that I could sing. Like I was a singer before I was a rapper.
Okay.
So I would like sing in plays and like I got some auditions for stuff. And then I got some scholarships for school, but then I was like, I'm not trying to be a fucking theater kid.
Yeah, no, I feel like if that's not the
so
route you want, it's kind of weird to be like a rapper and then do like theater stuff. But I mean, that gives you a good base though, right?
yeah, but yeah, like so I knew like how to make music, but I was like not really a rapper yet, but I have been rapping since I was like 11.
Okay.
Like just writing random stuff. And they were terrible raps, but they were raps still.
But that's the creative process, yeah.
Yeah. And then like slowly but surely I just figured out how I wanted to make music. Like at first it would just be rapping and no choruses, no singing or anything because I didn't know how to do it. And then like as I learned how to like make music better, my music just got better. So now it's like exactly how I want it to sound.
Was there like a point where you just got like really serious about it?
Yeah, when Drip, like that whole era, that whole album.
Yeah.
Like when I started going on tour a lot and like Rich the Kid and all those type things and XXX, like when that started happening, I started taking it way more serious.
Yeah.
Now, how do you go about like? I was in Jacksonville at the time, and I think you were performing up there at one point. Did you perform in Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Nick was telling me, he was like, "You should go see Andres Ramos." I was like, "Oh, maybe I'll go over there." I didn't get a ride or anything, and I didn't have a number, but still.
Yeah, I think I remember this actually. Chloe, I think Chloe Christie went to that show.
Oh yeah, I remember her.
Shout out to Chloe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris. I think Chris went to that show too, honestly. But then like something happened with the venue and the show got shut down. It was a whole thing. You didn't miss anything. Don't worry.
How do you go about like getting stuff like that? How do you get like? Do you just know somebody, know a friend of a friend, or?
Well, like when I made that song and it got like when it started getting close to 100K, like people in West Palm Beach and the city started reaching out to me to perform and stuff. Cause like there's a lot of people who work at record labels who live in West Palm Beach that I know. So like whenever they throw a show, like when they were starting out being promoters before they got their jobs, they would just put me on the shows because they knew I was popping in West Palm Beach. So I would just get it like that.
So you're like, as an opener, you got to get your foot out there. So they would like bring you in and they knew that you already had a following, like.
Exactly. And then like every time, like I would try like just to make the craziest shows that I could. Like I would jump in the crowds and I would do all types of crazy shit all the time.
Yeah.
Like be throwing water and everything. Like, I try to make a real show. So they remember me. They didn't know me when I got there, but they know me when I left.
Yeah.
That's one of the things at performing. You got to entertain too, right?
Exactly. It's so tiring, bro. Especially because I got asthma, jumping around all the time. That shit is tiring as hell.
No.
But it's so fun. The worst part though is when my chains hit me in my teeth.
Oh.
Mid-rap.
Knock out a chippy tooth like that.
I almost did. I had to start like performing like this, like holding on to them so they wouldn't.
You get some tape, you put it right in the bottom right there at the end of the chain.
I was thinking about that. I don't think that would be aesthetically pleasing.
Nah, I don't think so. Nah, that's cool though. Yeah. So do you collaborate with a lot of other musicians and artists and stuff like that? Or you kind of just like solo for now?
I used to be like mostly solo, but I'm trying to now collaborate with more artists just because like it's gonna sound like a dickhead move, but it's just like I know that to reach other people beyond my person that I can reach, like I have to work with other people who have different fans.
Yeah, you got to
so
build a little bit of a community.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got you.
So yeah, now like on my album, like all my songs and albums before this album, I had like 2 songs with features, like that one with Key and Zanny, and then the one off my first album, Guapanese. Those are the only 2 songs I had features, and I had like 60 songs out.
Oh damn!
But on this album, I have like 2. I think I have 2.
2 features.
One of them is Kean, and the other one is my homeboy Rick, who goes to school up here at FSU.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. So are you featuring in some of their songs too? Is it kind of like a back and forth, like, you know, okay, you do mine, I'll do yours type of thing?
Yeah, and for them, like me and Rick, like we just hang out casually. Like I'll just go to his house, and he has a studio just like mine, so like we'll just sit there and make music and go back and forth. But then Kean is like more of a process because I signed him to my label, so like I got to make sure his shit is going a certain way before I can get on the songs, just because it's legal. Like now it's like legalized for him.
So when you say label, like I'm pretty like outside of this world. What is that like? Are you signed somewhere? Is that like
a record label?
Yeah.
Like I own a record label.
Oh, okay. So that would be for like you personally. Like that's your
like
record.
I own the record label, right? And then so I gave him an artist contract and I signed him to my label. So like that. Like any other label, but except I own it, not somebody else.
That's smart though. Yeah. Instead of like, would you eventually down the line, like when you like, I know like some people when they get bigger, so they'll sign with somebody and eventually like go in and join their label. Would you ever do that, or would it be like
the plan is to sign a distribution deal and a partnership with a big label? That way, they're not signing me. Like I don't want them to sign me or like Kean or like any of us individually. I want them to sign the label as a partner.
Oh, the whole label.
Because
so everything is still owned by me. But they're just going to help us progress it. So like they'll get a cut of it instead of like us being signed to them, working for them.
Which is better for everybody, I think, because when those big labels get too greedy, I mean, you could lose a lot of money. Is the internet cutting out?
Oh yeah, it did. I didn't hear what you said. What'd you say?
Oh no, I mean, like it's probably better that you do it that way, like a partnership, because then, I mean, those labels, they're probably looking out for themselves a little bit more than you.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, you got to watch your own back.
And plus, like I know people who sign deals and like they sign their deal, they got like 30K up front, right? They feel good, and then all of a sudden, like never heard from them again.
Yeah. Well, what is it?
I can't do that.
Yeah. You got to. Yeah, I mean, plus when that money runs out, then what are you gonna do?
Exactly. When the money runs out, right? Yeah. And then your label doesn't let you release any music because you're not popping enough. You're just stuck in that label deal and you can't do anything. You can't make any money to release the music, to get popping. And then you ran out of money. Now you just broke in the label. That cannot be me.
No, that's not going to
get to be broke now.
Yeah. You're looking toward the future. It's an investment.
Exactly.
I like that. Yeah. So what's the like the creative process like when you're making music? Because like I'm not that kind of creative person. I'm kind of like I don't know. I don't think that way. Like how do you make a song? How do you like?
What kind of stories do you look to? Do you look to stuff in your past, like what you're feeling right now?
Yeah, I usually like just think about like all the things I've been through. Just because like I had a very eventful life, so like I just try to sit and think. Like I'll just sit down, smoke a little bit, drink a little bit, and just like think about what I did, what I've done, what I'm doing, and then like try to make it into a story that like would be enjoyable to hear, but like still get the authentic message across. Like my thing is I don't like to lie in my music. Like I'm not gonna be like I'm out here popping perks and all that because I don't pop perks. Like so I just try to make my story come to life in a musical way.
I like that. I think people respond. I've said this before on the podcast too, and like in regular day, that people respond better to like authenticity because they can smell bullshit from a mile away.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah,
that's why my album is the way it is. That's why it's a volume 1 because like I was saying with the music being a story, like the plan is to release 5 albums for this, and that's gonna be like a saga. Like each volume of 5 is gonna be a different chapter of the story. So Soam's volume 1 is done.
Damn.
That's that. I was sad. That was my past. I made that album like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I just put it out now. I've been working on the second one already. It sounds way different.
Yeah.
It's just like different times in my life. So it's all different chapters and it's going to come together as the whole story.
Big story. Yeah, I like that. Damn, man.
So I sort of know your story from the past 5 years, but Giovanni doesn't know it. And I think it's really cool from like where you came from. If you want to share that. If you don't want to, you don't have to.
I mean, like what?
You can read.
Like what parts do you want me to say?
I don't know. Whatever you want to say.
Well, anything that you're comfortable with saying. Like I don't know.
How did I end up like right here at this moment?
Yeah.
Yeah, that too. I mean, like
like going from Miami to like West Palm to Tallahassee.
Okay, so pretty much like my sophomore year of high school, I got kicked out of Cardinal Newman.
I thought you went to Newman. Yeah, that's I remember.
Yeah. So I got kicked out, and then like during that summer, I don't know, I was just doing like a bunch of stupid shit, and then like I don't know, I bought a microphone, and so I had been writing raps the whole time. Like I was always rapping, like even before I made my first song, like I would rap at school and like freestyle and stuff. Everyone knew I rapped, but then I just made a remix to Bobby Shmurda's Hot Nigga song.
Bro, everyone loved it.
And everyone loved it. And that was the first song I ever made. And it got like 5,000 views. And I was like, okay, this could do something.
Yeah.
And then I just like started recording in my mom's closet, like, and just would put out a bunch of songs and stuff, but they were trash because I didn't know how to make songs. And it would just be like me rapping. And then I got kicked out of my mom's house. And so I had to like live on the streets for a little bit till my dad like came pick me up so I could finish high school. So like my junior year I got kicked out. Then like after a couple weeks went to go live with my dad so I could finish school. Then I like was performing all throughout that. I dropped Drip that year, like junior year after I got kicked out. Like, I don't know, like after I get kicked out, I started working on music way more seriously and like putting everything into it.
Yeah.
So like I made all those songs and they started popping off and it hit 100K and I started like doing hella shows and stuff.
It almost seems like after you got kicked out and like you were alone for a while, like the light just kind of clicked in your head and you're like, you know what to do.
Yeah, it wasn't even like I knew what to do. It was like I knew what I wanted to do. So like I would at least like I would just try.
Yeah.
Well, you cut.
I didn't know. Well,
were you basically cutting all your other options off because this would be your only other fallback? So you wouldn't have a fallback. So you would have like this as your main priority.
No, it was more like I just know that this is what I want to do. Like it's kind of like now, like this is still my main priority, but like I realize that real life is real life. Like
yeah.
So like I do it consistently and this is what I'm gonna do. It's just like I approach it in a different way. So like I did it the same way like back then. Like I would just go to school and then like after school I wouldn't go hang out with friends. I would go record music instead. It's like that.
See, I was thinking about that earlier because I was thinking that's like a parallel to because if you want to do something that's your passion, you obviously you said regular life is like regular life and you have to like find some way to support yourself and like do what everything else is doing, make money on the side and stuff like that with whatever crappy job. Like I've had crappy jobs that I don't like before, but like at the end of the day, I was working at an animal hospital because I want to be a veterinarian and I'm kind of like wish-washy on that right now, but that's besides the point. And like I would go like from the animal hospital back home and we were running our race and it's freaking 8:00 at night. And you know what? I'm committed to this race. So I'm going to go run at 8:00 at night and I would come back at 12 PM. That kind of shit you put in the time because you want to do that.
Time.
You know,
it's all about really making sacrifices. Like if something's that important to you, like there shouldn't really be anything that you're like, well, like, no, bro, like this music is important to me. You want to go do something, go do it. I'm going to stay here and I'm going to be in my studio.
And you're going to have to give up certain things, but there's going to be, maybe if you don't have time to like be with your friends that often, there's going to be people that kind of maybe want to join you on your journey or people that like, you know, and you'll make new friends. And there'll always be those people that you can kind of hang out when you do have free time, but you kind of have to prioritize that as first.
Yeah, exactly. So after that,
yeah, continue.
Oh yeah.
So after that, I opened up. My first show was for XXX and Tentacion and like Ski Mask and them. So I opened up for them, and that was a crazy show. That was like sparked my whole like touring run.
Damn.
So then from junior year to like my senior year of high school, I was doing all these shows. Opened up for like Maxo Cream, fucking all types of people. It was crazy.
Whoa, man.
And then after that, my dad kicked me out once I graduated. I was like 17. And he was like, all right, you was here to graduate. You graduated. You got to go. So I moved to Orlando. But like first I was like homeless for a little bit, living in my car, like selling drugs, trying to just survive. And then I moved to Orlando to go to school, tried to go to school, didn't work out.
Where were you at, Valencia or?
Yeah, I went to Valencia, started selling drugs up there, started getting real big and shit. And then like one of my friends got arrested at my apartment, so we had to leave because our lease got broken and shit.
Damn.
So I was homeless after that. I moved back to West Palm Beach and I was just living in my car for like months, like 4 or 5 months, just living in my car in the summer, just like working, trying to save money and shit. And then like one of the people who I was selling to, there was like my homegirl who I worked at the Rapids when I was like 14. And she just like remembered me and I was still serving her all this time. And she was like, damn, like I got a place for you to stay. So I crashed with her for a little bit.
Oh, that was nice of her.
Hey man, she saved me. You feel me? She was crazy though. She got us kicked out of that place too. That shit was wild. She threw a TV out the balcony. Like,
whoa. Damn.
Yeah, that was wild. Yeah, so I got kicked out of there and I was homeless again.
Yeah.
Then moved back to Orlando a second time. Got a crib with my homeboy. It was like a trap house and we were trapping. And I was working, trying to go to school again, dropped out for the third time. And was just there. Then I got robbed. And like they came through, put like guns to my head and shit. And like I was on the floor, like, and that day, like that was the last day, like I said I was gonna stop selling drugs and shit. Like I didn't really, but like I tried to.
But you were making the effort. You knew that in your head you had to like eventually get down that path.
Yeah, cause that like, bro, you in the comfort of your own home. I was on the house with my girlfriend, like, and somebody just pulls up on you with guns to your chest and to your head, just like, you know what time it is. And I was just like, I do, you're right. And I just had to let that shit happen.
Yeah, you can't.
That was terrible.
Yeah, man, that's got to feel like the craziest out of control experience. Oh my god, that's absolute chaos.
It's so wild. Then I came back to Palm Beach for a little bit and then like started doing the same thing, but I was really on my like, I'm not on no drug shit anymore. But then one of my homeboys was selling and he was playing basketball and I was like, don't bring none of that around me. I don't want to deal with it. I just got robbed, bro. I'm not with that. He still did it anyway.
Is this who I'm thinking of?
I don't think so.
No, okay, never mind.
Probably not.
Yeah, I thought it was a mutual friend.
Then he did that shit and then we both got robbed at the same time because they was trying to rob him. They didn't even know I was there. So I just got robbed residually for that bullshit. That was some bullshit. And then I was just like really off that and like I started working really hard, saving all my money to like put it into music. It's like if I was gonna gamble anything, like I would rather gamble on music than drugs.
I hear you. Yeah.
So I just went back, was homeless a little bit longer. Then I moved in to Fort Lauderdale with my pops for a little bit, like a couple months. Tried to go to school down there too at Broward College. Mm-hmm. Dropped out again, like 4 times I dropped out. Then he got tired of my shit and he was like, bro, you gotta fucking leave. So I moved to Miami.
Okay.
And I was chilling in Miami. I was having a great fucking time. Holy shit. I had a great job, this, that, and the other. And then they downsized my company. And so I had another crisis moment. And I was like, fuck it. Moving to Tallahassee. And so like within 3 days, I was like, yo, I'm leaving. And I told my roommate that in Miami. And he was like, why? I was like, I don't know. This is how I'm feeling. And I just paid him the rent and then I just left. Like I didn't have nowhere to go. I slept on Ronald's couch like for mad weeks. Then I stayed sometimes at Nick's crib on his couch for a couple days.
Was this
stayed at Herman?
Was this the 1-1 or was it the when they were all Herman was living in there? Or
no, this was like
this was like last semester.
Oh damn! Okay, yeah, okay, sweet.
So I would stay at Nick's for a little bit, stayed at Herman and Tyler, stayed at Ron's, and then like my lease started in August, and I moved in with Trevor. And then ever since then, I just been like working, chilling, not selling drugs. Got straight A's.
Hey,
my last semester. You know what I'm saying? Doing better. You know, just chilling, working on music. Drop my album finally. Cause like the reason was I didn't want to drop it, like, even though I made it all those years ago, was cause like I feel like I wasn't in the right space. Like it wasn't gonna be worth it. I wanted people to listen to it, and like I wanted it to like really hit. Yeah. So I waited all this time. And I was doing that. It's doing good. Everything's going good.
We're here. We're alive.
We're alive.
It means
drop the music video. Probably not the best time to do it because everything's going on, but you know,
it's out there.
No, it's safe.
It's out there.
Yeah. But yeah, man. And plus, I mean, it probably puts a lot of more emotion and creative thinking that you've been through all that too. It probably gives you a little bit.
The music video that I made, I tried to portray that because the song's called Mirage, and like the whole chorus of the song is like, "I'm not smoking for no image. These blunts are full of pain," and it's like, this is how I cope with like all the things that I've been through. Like all these years of just like stuff piling on. Like I just smoke and I chill and relax. You know, it doesn't bother me too much. And like the music video is like kind of like that. It like shows all the different aspects of it. And like that's why I made the music video for this song.
I like it. And you're not and was that you're not smoking for an image? Is that because you're trying to say that's not like you're not doing it to be like cool. Like you're trying to fit in like with everybody else, you know?
I'm not trying to do this to be cool or fit in at all. I've been smoking since I was like 14. Like this is not like
this is medication.
Instagram shit for me. Like I'm not flexing taking Snapchats. I used to be like that when I was a kid. Like I used to be taking all Snapchats like, oh look at me, but like now like it's not even for that no more.
That's what I think about, like, I mean, with weed too, but I mean, I would think about like that with like guns, that people try to post like pictures of the guns that they have and stuff like that. Man, that's not what guns are for, first of all.
Bro, I have an announcement for whoever listens to this who posts picture with guns. Nigga, you are not tough.
Yeah. You know how to pull a
and
trigger.
I will beat you up. I will beat you up.
Talking right into the mic.
It's silly. It really is. You're trying to flex hard with a gun in your hand, but you probably don't know how to use it. Even if you do know how to use it, you're probably not very responsible with it, and you're putting the bad name out for people that actually like are good people with guns that just want to protect themselves.
I might have to go get a gun, honestly. Like, you can come get a gun, this, that, and the other, but I might go get a gun just because, like, it's popping off right now.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
And I feel safe. I got called the N-word the other day. I was like, damn, bro, I'm just driving in the street. I'm at a red light. They do nothing to you.
Everything's going crazy, man. I mean, I don't want to get into politics or anything, but, like, this is just, it's nuts. It's chaos out there right now. Yeah. It's chaos, and I feel like everybody's gonna take a breather because we just came off of one of the worst pandemics ever. A lot of people out of the jobs. I mean, we're trying to just get by at this point, and then this happens. I think everybody agrees. I don't think anybody disagrees that cop should be punished for what he did. Obviously, I think everybody's in agreement with that.
I think so. I mean, I hope so.
And I think, I
hope so too.
And
I hope so. Shit, that's like, you don't even got to be no race shit to see that. Like,
no, yeah.
First of all, I think, like, that's a long time to kneel in the first place. Like,
it's. I mean, me and Nick were talking about it.
I wasn't comfortable for the cop at that point.
And it's sad. It's sad to see. But I mean, I don't know. I think we need to start there.
What's that? Like, it's sad to see that like certain people that I thought was different types of people are not the type of people that I could associate myself with no more. And that sucks because, you know, some of these people are my friends. Yeah. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm an adult, nigga. I don't need friends.
No new friends.
Word to Drake.
But no, I think especially people that go through like a lot of shit in their lives, I feel like they're able to express that in different creative ways. And obviously you have, and obviously you're showing that through your music. And I think that you're going to be a better man for it. Obviously, I think definitely think that suffering and going through pain and stuff like that, whether it's physical or mental or emotional, it's going to transform you into a better person for sure.
I completely agree with that. I was talking to Nick about that, like when he was living here. We had like a really deep conversation
We
about this.
always have really deep conversations. Like remember that one time we were out in the hot tub, like out at night when it was like 40 degrees out.
Yeah. It's just always like, I don't know, I fuck with Nick. But yeah, man, like all these deep conversations about, I just hope love and becoming like the new person that you are after you go through everything. You don't take it and like manifest it into anger and like resentment. Because I used to be a real angry person. I would just do a bunch of bad shit, be robbing, stealing, all types of shit, and that's not good. So it's better to take that pain and like
channel it into something good.
What it is, yeah, and try to grow from it. Because if you think about it, yeah, it sucked that you went through it, but at the same time, you learned more than somebody who didn't go through it.
Exactly.
Because a lot of people are very naive out here, don't know what real life is like. At least, like now, I have a little like knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, the mistakes are there for you to learn from them. You know, obviously. I mean,
exactly. That's what I try to tell everybody. I'm like, it's cool. You acknowledge your mistakes, you recognized it, but like, are you gonna change it? Are you gonna do better?
That's the important part.
Because if you're not, that's the most important part. If you're not, then you shouldn't have even pointed it out.
Yeah. And you're just gonna go through that cycle of pattern again if you don't see the problem. And
my mom always told me from a kid, like, break the cycle.
Yeah.
Just because like what they were going through and stuff. So like I just stuck with me.
And I mean, honestly, I like, I'm not trying to say that I've gone through like some serious shit in my life like that. I mean, nowhere near around that. But like, I mean, even with like partying and like going too far with like drinking and stuff like that, I see that as a problem because that could lead into like, and right now I'm trying to take a break from like smoking. I don't have a problem with people that do smoke, and I've smoked before in my life and I drank before in my life, but like I take it to an excess. And I think Nicholas would agree with me. Like, I don't, it's just whatever.
I agree with you also. I was also present for some of these.
it's, but you, and I think that like that emotion that we put into drinking, we were trying to get something out. And I think that this running and these challenges that we try to do, it's a better way to channel it for sure. That energy.
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
Mine is music, like, and working out too, but like it's just not like a passion. Like I just do that because like I want to be sexy.
Yeah, it's sexy.
But that's what music is for. Yeah, I think everyone like has to deal with their pain their own way. I try to help people.
You gotta find your find your thing.
So like, yeah, you can only leave them. He like when I come over, like he's always like so happy, and it's like he just loves like making people like feel good. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah.
That's why, like, if I don't become a rapper and become a psychologist, you know, help people who went through what I went through to be better.
Yeah. Because you know,
everyone to find happiness and peace, whether it's in someone, something, or themselves. Mostly themselves, but you know, I think everyone should be happy.
You ever get into meditation? Like, you ever try to do that?
Yeah, I meditate all the time.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
Wait, like you sit down, you like calm yourself, you do the breathing thing, all that?
Yeah, my mom's a yoga teacher.
Is she really?
Yeah, he owns a yoga studio.
I literally, I just started getting into, I haven't been practicing it this week, but I'll have it's like a temp. What is that?
He's got all the stuff.
What the heck?
It's my meditation bag, bro. See, I got like my little chakra sprays and stuff.
Oh, man.
See, it's all in here.
I just recently got into meditation, and it's like, it clears your head, honestly. I'll do it 5 minutes a day, but like that's all you need, honestly, especially when you're first starting.
Yeah, that's how I started too, like 5 minutes. Because also, like, when you're not used to meditating and you first get into it, if you try to like force a long meditation, you're not gonna like it.
Yeah. It's like pushing yourself too far in like an exercise, or like trying to like jump right in and make it a song. It's gonna be crappy the first time. Like,
exactly, because I think meditation is a mental exercise. Like that's what it literally is. Like you're there to like rest it and like, you know, go through your thoughts or whatever.
Yeah. You gotta clear your head. It's fun. I mean, I wouldn't say it's fun. I can't say it's fun, but it's necessary, I think.
I think meditation's fun.
Yeah,
I had a great time.
I haven't gotten there yet. But yeah, no, I
I
hope
have this little candle, this meditation candle, like lines up with the moon and shit.
Ooh.
This is wild. This is the most wild thing I've ever done. Like I had to get a different one. Because like you just light it and meditate and just look at it, and like at first I was like, yeah, okay, mom, this is bullshit. And then I did it and I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, I had to get it.
You practice yoga? I mean, with your mom being a yoga teacher and stuff? Now you're not into that? Nah.
She worked me out too much. When she was becoming a yoga teacher, like me and my sister were the people who helped her create her classes.
Okay.
Because like, so she has to go move by move and like make sure it's fluid and everything and all that. So like, I did too much yoga, bro.
You're done with that?
I go to the yoga class where I don't got to do no stretching.
It was more like
there's different. It's just like there's just ones where you just like lay down and that's the pose.
Oh, okay.
And you know what I'm saying? Like it's just regular stuff.
Yeah.
I do that one.
I like that. I mean, I never stretched before. Like, it's probably a bad thing, but I mean, like, I got into yoga to like try to get me to stretch, and I'm kind of getting into it a little bit more. Nick too. I mean, he like.
I liked yoga. I'll do yoga. I just won't go out of my way to do yoga.
Yeah. I
like if there's yoga going on and people like, hey, let's go yoga class. I'm like, all right, cool.
Okay.
But I'm not ever gonna be the person who offers that.
You'll jump in, but you're not gonna be like, hey, y'all want to go yoga class today?
Exactly.
I hear you. Nah. But what else? What else is new in your life, man? What else is going on? What else? How is that? How's Tallahassee during like the coronavirus? Did you just stay up there the whole time?
Cool. Yeah, I've been here the whole time through everything.
So what was going on up there? It just turned.
It was quiet. It was probably the like most secure place you could be. We had like 17 cases the whole time. Like bounced up to like 24 or max or some shit like that. Like everything was fine here. I was regular.
Palm Beach County got hit hard. Miami, Broward County got hit hard.
Because don't nobody stay inside. Everyone who was here went down south. I was like, have fun.
Yes.
I'm right here. We safe. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, I don't even know any. Besides Ozzy's mom, I don't know anybody that got coronavirus.
Tyler got coronavirus.
Oh, did he actually? Was that for him? Oh, I didn't know.
Did he show any like symptoms, or was it like?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he couldn't taste and shit.
Yeah.
But did you hear about the one of the symptoms was like corona toes, where you would get like your toes? Yeah, dude. It's like you would get like like the blood flow wouldn't be able to go to your toes, so it'd be like frostbite, where it'd start turning blue and shit. Yeah. Weird, man.
Oh, hell no. That sounds crazy.
Yeah. I was like, somebody showed me that. I was like, that's bullshit. Like, no way.
There's no way. I want to know what the fuck happened to coronavirus. Where'd that nigga go? All of a sudden.
I'm afraid. That
Joe Rogan conspiracies. Let's go. Where did it go? I want answers. I want to meet coronavirus.
Oh, wait. Synchronizing the eye. Something's going on. Hello?
It's fine.
I can hear you guys fine.
We're good.
All right. Oh, yeah. So everything was good up there. He is, bro. I'm telling you.
On the tag.
I'm trying.
Nah, it's he's created like he'll come out, he'll text me something and be like, is this good? Does this look good? I'm like, how did you know how to do that? Like that's like what are you doing, man?
YouTube videos.
YouTube University.
Yeah.
YouTube University. That's how I learned how to do everything.
College is gonna go out of business, bro. I'm telling you. Coronavirus opened up some eyes a little bit.
Yeah.
Low key. If you didn't need a degree, like you could learn everything on YouTube for free. 100%.
I mean, YouTube.
Because the thing is that like schools put their lessons on YouTube for their students to watch. Yeah. So if you're not a student and you just watch the YouTube videos, you just learn the same thing.
I'm seeing a pattern.
Just saying.
I like it. No, I mean, you learn a lot of stuff off of YouTube. I mean, if you're interested in psychology too, they have a bunch of psychology videos. If you have like math help, you can go on like a math help thing. It's like, what are we doing here?
Exactly. I agree. Abolish school.
And I get it. If you need to like be a doctor or something like that, you need to have like hands-on training. Obviously, you need to go to med school. But
yeah, I guess that applies to me. So I guess it doesn't work because I'm trying to be a doctor. But
Are
everyone
you?
else, yeah, man. With psychiatrist, you have to be a
Oh,
MD.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
So yeah, I have to go to med school and do all that stuff too. So I guess it doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
Okay, abolish bachelors and masters.
Yeah. Certain stuff in there you really don't need to be doing. You know, it's like we're kind of just feeding into this like capitalistic system where we're just throwing more money at it. Like it's like, come on, like what are we doing?
What you guys been up to though?
Man, it's been pretty friggin' exhausting.
Yeah.
First of all, Herman Torres signed us up. He like got us to do this Murph. You know what a Murph is?
No, I've been wanting to ask. I see you guys with Herman all the time on the story, like outside running and shit.
He's got us doing dumb stuff, and we're dumb enough to like do it with him. It's so a Murph is where you do. We go like by his house by Lake Clark Shores, and you do like a mile run. You start off with a mile run. And you could do this however you want, but you have to end and start with a mile run. But you do 300 squats, 200 push-ups, and 100 pull-ups, and we're trying to do that every day for 30 days.
We're almost done.
God damn.
And then on top
That's crazy.
On top of it, this kid goes, "Hey, you want to try to beat the world record for burpees?" I go, and I don't want to be a puss, so so we're trying to do that too. So yeah,
What is the world record for burpees? What is it?
5,000.
So we're gonna do it for 12 hours. So it's 5,234 in 12 hours. So we're gonna try to get close to that, not beat it.
Yeah. If we beat it, it'll be plus. I mean, sign me up to call the Guinness Book of World
Records.
Records.
I was about to say, you guys are gonna call them to come watch you do it.
I looked up on the website, and then you had to like send in your application. It takes like 12 weeks. They have to review it, and then
it's like a process.
It's a whole process. So we're like, you know what? Let's just do it. If we get it, cool. If not, whatever.
If we get it, I want to call.
No, you guys should like take a video of it.
We will
tape the whole 12 hours.
We're gonna do it like live or something like that.
We'll try to do like pieces of it live.
Do like a YouTube live. That would be fire.
Yeah.
So get people to, and I think Herman wanted to like join in for. Was he talking about coming over for a little bit and like doing it with us for maybe like an hour or so or something like that? I don't know, we're trying to see if like people want to do it with us, and
that could be tough.
Yeah, no, this Sunday
that sounds so hard, bro. Holy shit!
But
5,000 burpees.
That's like the kind of like the whole thing why we started like doing these races and stuff like that, because I'm pretty sure like my philosophy in life is like the more hard shit you do, like the stuff that isn't so hard is going to be a lot easier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Like we're gonna do 5,000 burpees. So when I gotta do homework, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, I just did 5,000 burpees one time. This is nothing, bro. This is like."
That's so true. Damn,
like
I need to start doing harder shit.
Yeah, like the more hard shit you do in life, the like easier. Like the stuff you thought was hard gets a shit ton easier in your head.
So what you're saying is, I should roll a bigger backwood. So that when I smoke a small backwood, it doesn't affect me as much.
You getting the idea? You getting the idea?
You're so smart. You are so smart.
You know what I just thought about? And the same thing's with the opposite. If you live too comfortably, all like the easy stuff is gonna seem hard.
That's how I feel about humans as a race.
Yeah.
Really?
Like completely. I feel like we are way too comfortable. That's why we don't progress enough. We've been saying we was gonna go to Mars like mad years ago. Like we still didn't go to Mars yet. Like what the fuck is taking so long? Y'all got hella money. Just go to Mars, bro. It's not even that far.
You need that motivation to get there, or some that little push. You know what I mean?
Here's my example I always give to everyone, right? It was dark one day, right? They were just living back in the old days, right? No lights, no air conditioning, no nothing, right? It was just dark. This nigga looked up and said, "Fuck this shit. I want lights." And then discovered lights. Do you understand how amazing that is? Niggas was like, "Damn, it's hot outside." Boom, invented air conditioning. Now everyone has lights and air conditioning too comfortable. Nobody needs to invent anything.
And not saying that you got to get rid of those things, but you got to put things in your life that is hard, so you can enjoy the good things. You know what I mean?
That's why Elon Musk is so successful, because he just does hard shit for no reason.
He's just like, oh,
Nigga said, I want to make a $40,000 Cybertruck with bulletproof windows. For no reason. I want to get it too.
It looks like a tank.
I almost put a down payment on it. It's only $1.
Wait, it's only $1?
The down payment.
If you go on Tesla's website, you can put a down payment of $1, and the rest, or like whatever your payments are due the January 1st of next year.
Dude, I'm broke, but that sounds like a good deal. Like,
I almost did it. If I in my mind, if I had faith that I'll have $40,000 by January 1st, I would have done
it. I want to see you rolling around with a Cybertruck.
I'm gonna convince somebody to give me a loan, and I'm gonna get a Cybertruck. That is my plan. If I just roll around the Cybertruck, that would be fire.
I don't. The only thing I don't like about it is the color. If we can, I'm sure he'll like come out with like you'd be able to put other colors on it, right?
I'm sure you can.
Okay, yeah.
I'm sure you can.
I'm like, if it's that base like chrome, I mean, it's cool looking, but I want to, I get like a black, maybe like a red one. I don't know. Have options. Yeah.
I would probably just like take it to someone and get it painted.
Yeah, that's true. You could do that. Yeah. What else? Let me see. Oh, there was a question I wanted to ask you. Anywho. Oh, wait, so you're rooming with Trevor now?
Did you?
Are you muted? Oh, you muted?
Yes, I'm muted myself. I am living with Trevor now.
Okay. Who else? Are you? It's just you and Trevor?
Just me and Trevor.
Yeah. I haven't seen Trevor old. I mean, I was talking to him on Snapchat like 2-3 weeks ago, but yeah, I haven't seen him in a while.
I would tell him to come here, but he's not here. Wait, is he here? No, he's not. All the lights are off. He's not here.
Oh, he's in Tallahassee right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I just figured he was down here. Oh shit.
No, we were just at the gym. That's why I was running a little bit late.
Nice. What'd you hit today?
Abs.
I like it.
And a whole bunch of cardio.
What'd you do? Like some running, elliptical?
And then I did the elliptical. I did both.
I like the elliptical some days when your like joints are hurting and shit. Like you gotta yeah. It's like
I did it because I hadn't been to the gym in a long time. So I was like, I usually just go to the gym and just like immediately like run 4 miles, then work out and then leave. But I had
no joke, man.
I mean, it takes me a long time, but like
4 miles, like not a lot of people can do 4 miles. Yeah. That's pretty good, man.
Well, I'm just very determined to lose weight. So, and plus I done way harder shit than run 4 miles. Like it's not that hard. It's like take like 35 minutes, 40 minutes, we good to go.
When people say it's all mental, I didn't get that before, like all this, but it really is. Like it's all mental. It
really is.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I just did like some elliptical running. That's it. Nice. I'm about to make homemade egg rolls. I've never done this before.
What? But, how do you do that?
I need to always. Well, I bought egg roll wrappers, like the outside just flat, and then like I'm gonna make a bunch of different types of egg rolls. Like I'm gonna cook the insides.
What are you
probably gonna make a steak and cheese one, a buffalo chicken one, a General Tso's chicken one, and then a mac and cheese one.
Sounds good, man. That sounds good. Mac and cheese egg roll? I've never even heard of that, bro. That's crazy.
Mac and cheese. I had one at a restaurant, and it was the most fire shit I ever had. So I was like, I have to make this.
That sounds
so like I just have it. That's why I was at Publix earlier. I just went to go get all that stuff.
Oh, all the ingredients. So how you like? Do you have like a recipe up or YouTube?
No, I know how to cook. I'm just gonna do what I do, and then I'm just gonna put it in an egg roll.
Oh, you know how to do that?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, I cook a lot.
Damn.
When he was staying over my place for a while, he would cook dinner.
I like that. Yeah, man.
Trevor buys food for me sometimes. Like if I'm cooking, he's like, "Damn, I'm hungry." I'm like, "I got you. $5 plate, $7 plate, $10 plate. You just let me know how much you want, bro."
What are those that like Dinnerly and those where they come up with the recipes and stuff, man? You could start one of those. Screw it.
No, I think about that. I might write a cookbook. I might start writing a cookbook as I go along. And then, like, when I become a rapper, I'm going to make a cookbook and put it out.
Yeah. No, I mean, that would be good. You already have followers.
I don't know any other rapper with a cookbook.
That would be crazy, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you see, they put something on Netflix. It was like Cooking with Cannabis, where it's like a cooking show, but like all they do.
I see that.
It's so cool, man.
Like, it's so cool.
I was thinking about the other day, like 10, 20, even 15 years ago, maybe not about 5, but still, like you would no way you would see that on TV.
Yeah, it's crazy. Do you have Hulu?
No, but I can get an account.
Well, there's these shows. There's like a bunch of like all the Viceland shows are on Hulu.
Oh, really?
Like, 'cause everything's on fucking Hulu. Like
Yeah,
it's amazing. Anyway, there's this show called Bong Appetit, and it's like the same thing as Cooking with Cannabis, but it's not a competition show. It's like they're educating people on like cooking with stuff. So like this one Indian dude goes to like a bunch of different, like one person teaches him how to make like cookies. Someone teaches him how to make like steaks and salads, like soups, and like how to dose it and all types of crazy shit. And it's like, it's much more like an educational version of how to cook with weed. And it's called Bong Appetit, and it's so fire.
Oh, that's cool, man. They're like legitimizing it and everything. I like that. I like to see like how like marijuana is like kind of progressing and like everybody's becoming slowly okay with it, and it's even becoming like a legitimate business.
Me too. I'm happy for it.
It's cool,
makes
man.
my life easier.
So I mean, obviously you smoke, and like what
Obviously.
like does that?
Was it obvious?
But does that you always like? Do you feel like that helps you the creative process a lot, or do you try to like make music sometimes without, or sometimes?
I don't think it helps me with my creative process. I think it helps me deal with people.
Okay.
I don't smoke to rap.
Mm-hmm.
I smoke to deal with the outside world because I don't like people.
Okay.
So it makes me calmer. Like I'm kind of an aggressive person, but I'm also a very nice person. So when I smoke, the aggressiveness goes away, and then I'm just nice.
It puts your guard down a little bit.
Dude, I think Mike Tyson was saying something. Like,
oh yeah, 100%.
That's the only reason I do it.
Because I heard Mike Tyson saying something about how he had like all this anger built up from his childhood and stuff like that, from like his coach like being like real hard on him and like hypnotizing him. And he says once he started smoking weed, he like all that went away.
Yeah. It's the same exact thing. Like I used to be mad, bro. I used to be fighting and shit all the time. Like now I'm just like a fucking nice kid, you know?
I like it. I like the Andres Ramos of today.
Yes.
Me too.
But yeah, man. I know I have some friends that like I got rarely does it, but like I think he's done it like maybe once before or twice before. But like he like thought maybe it would help with his creative process, and like it just kind of like it doesn't help. It just I don't know, it doesn't affect. It doesn't help at all. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say that doesn't help mine, but like it doesn't like overly help.
Okay.
Like it just relaxes me. Like I'm like always like I'm really anxious. Like I have anxiety and PTSD and shit. So like I'm always like on edge when I smoke. Like I could just think and just like chill. So like it helps in that way. Other than that, like I literally just tell stories about my life. It's not even that much thinking I have to do.
True.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's why I like not lying in my raps, because I don't gotta think too hard. I just remember something that happened, just say it, and then boom, there you go. Lyrics. I wish I could play you guys a song like through this.
Why is it like? Oh, I mean, I guess you
could.
could, but the audio would be kind of like screwed up. I hear you.
Yeah.
Is that your issue?
I mean, I don't know. I can try. Let's see.
Put something up.
All right, I just made this song like a couple days ago, and yeah, it's called West Palm Beach.
Okay.
Oh, it worked. What the fuck?
I hear it.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, we hear it.
Shit, I didn't think that was gonna work. This is like very rough, unfinished. Like it was just open on my computer. That's why I thought of it.
Yeah, I like that.
I'll be cruising on the west side of Palm Beach. Little baby want the best side of Palm Beach. I told the baby know the vibes. Don't even trip, come take a ride. Cause I'll be cruising on the west side of Palm Beach. And I got the baby want the best side of Palm Beach. Told the baby girl you know the vibes. Don't even trip, come take a ride. Because baby I'll be cruising on on the west side of Palm Beach. I told him to get off me. I'm just tired of talking. Cause lately I've been running up the check like I've been balling. Feeling like it's falling.
Bro, it's so cool watching him make the songs too.
Oh, you seen him do it?
Yeah.
Like the process?
I just did it on his couch. Bro, I can record anywhere.
I know she really want me. Told her she can meet me on the west side of Palm Beach. Said she never saw me. Always been a soldier, but could never join the army. And I always kept it solid. I'ma tell you what it is. You can't have your shorty back. Just go and get her from my crib on the west side of Palm Beach. Cause the baby want the best side of all me. I told the baby know the vibes. Don't even trip, don't take a ride. Cause lately I've been moving on the west side of Palm Beach. And I know the baby.
Okay. Pause.
I like it though, man.
Yeah.
We'll put a link in the bio for sure, man.
Yeah,
Oh
shout it
man.
out and
It's
everything.
not out yet.
Oh, it isn't. Oh,
You can put a link to my album though.
yeah. We'll put a link to the
Yeah.
album for sure. Yeah.
No, I just made that. That song is probably not gonna come out for months and months and months.
A
Just
little
like
sneak preview. I like it though, man. It's nice.
Thank you, man.
Well,
When it's
I don't-
done, it's gonna sound even better.
You're gonna smooth out the edges, man. Smooth out the edges. I like it.
Always.
I don't know how other way to end. I think that's a good way to end the
That's a good way
podcast.
to end it off that song. Yeah.
Honestly,
Bro, this is so fire. If you guys want me on the podcast, let me know.
honestly, you're the first. Like besides Herman, like you're the first legit guest.
Yeah.
Yo, fuck Herman. Like, comment, subscribe.
Where can they
Fuck
find?
Herman.
Okay,
Drop comments.
Shout yourself out,
Yeah,
your Instagram, your
Oh yeah. Follow me on Instagram at TUT Songs. Follow me on Twitter at TUT Songs. Follow me on YouTube at TUT Songs. Subscribe. On TikTok at TUT Songs.
He's
I don't know if y'all get the theme. Is everything is at TUT Songs.
TUT songs.
I like it. Yeah,
Like, comment, subscribe, stream my music.
we'll get it
And
out
fuck
there.
Herman.
We'll send this to him for sure.
Definitely.
Right.
Just make an edit video of just me saying fuck Herman however many times I said it. Just on a loop.
That should be the clip trailer. I think that should be the.
That could be, see, put a little Instagram promotion on it. Boom. Good to go. That's a viral video.
All right, buddy. Well,
Thanks,
we love you.
Thanks
Thank you for doing it.
this. Yeah.
Love you too, guys. This was great.
That was good.
Anytime.
We'll have you on again for sure. Yeah.
All right. Definitely. All right. Love you guys. Have a great night.
You too, man.
All right.
Peace.
See ya.